Hello, this is Xbox Ahoy, and this is the 34th episode of my Black Ops 2 weapon guide. This time, we're covering the SMR. A new addition to Call of Duty's arsenal, this single-shot assault rifle is unlocked for use at level 46. The SMR is a fictional bullpup battle rifle, modelled after the Russian Tula Saritch 308 rifle. Currently only a prototype design, the Saritch is intended to be a modular weapon system intended to fulfill a variety of roles. It fires the powerful 308 Winchester cartridge, essentially the NATO rifle round, and the bullpup design keeps overall dimensions short while preserving barrel length. This gives the weapon a blend of manoeuvrability, accuracy, and power, although it comes at the cost of higher recoil and a more complex internal mechanism. In-game, the damage reflects the powerful cartridge, as the SMR is the highest damage assault rifle on offer. Like the FAL, the SMR will kill in 2 shots anywhere to the body at a close range, but will retain this high level of damage out to a longer distance, only requiring 3 body shots over the longer sightlines. This makes for very consistent performance, and the high damage is able to pierce cover effectively too, with excellent penetration characteristics. Fire cap is adequate for most trigger fingers, but otherwise low by most automatic weapon standards. By default, the weapon will fire semi-automatically at a rate of up to 535 rounds per minute. Paired with select fire, the weapon will become fully automatic, although your fire rate will be reduced to just 416 rounds per minute. Hipfire performance is poor, the same as the FAL OSW and some degree worse than average for the assault rifle class. Recoil is high, much more significant than the FAL, although it can be moderated by slowing your rate of fire down to ensure accuracy. Aim time is a little slower than average for the assault rifle class at 275 milliseconds, but these additional 25 milliseconds will seldom make any real difference. Other handling traits are comparable to the SMR's peers, and you'll move at the assault rifle default of 95% of the base speed. Magazine capacity is the lowest in class, at 20 rounds. Although with careful fire control, this will prove sufficient for most gunfights, even in cases where you find yourself tackling multiple foes. Extended clip bumps this up to 26 rounds instead. Reloads are slowest in class too, although at just 2.75 seconds, such resupplies are far from inconvenient. Our build of the SMR is all about precision. A marksman build, designed to preserve accuracy wherever possible, and place powerful shots precisely where they need to be. First of our pick 10 choices is an optic of your choice. There are a multitude of options available, with each providing benefits on certain maps with certain playstyles. For a pure long-range role, the ACOG provides the highest level of magnification, permitting greater precision along the longest sightlines, but with a narrower field of view which can give you tunnel vision while aiming at a closer range. The hybrid optic is worth considering, granting 2 zoom levels for greater flexibility, although you do lose the recoil-reducing benefits of the ACOG. A good all-round option is the EarTech sight, a mid-level zoom that functions well on most maps. The target finder offers the same level of zoom, with the added bonus of highlighting enemies, although you do lose a significant portion of your peripheral vision while aiming. The reflex sight is perhaps best for smaller maps, affording a perfectly clear sight picture while preserving your awareness while aiming. Whichever you choose, the addition of an optic helps you to tune the SMR to any situation, and the clearer sight picture will help you to more accurately direct your shots. Next, we open up our perk selection with the defensive stalwart flak jacket. Never a bad choice, this option will serve you well in a defensive role, blunting the effectiveness of your enemy's explosive arsenal. As such, this will make it much harder to dislodge you from a good firing position, and it is from good cover where the SMR will perform best. We elect 2 similarly useful perks from the second tier, courtesy of the Perk 2 Greed wildcard. The first choice is nearly essential for any class reliant on aimed accuracy. Toughness will help ensure that you can remain on target as much as possible under incoming enemy fire, further adding to your defensive resilience. Ideally, you shouldn't give an opponent a chance to get a bead on you, but in the cases where you're spotted first, toughness can help to swing the situation back in your favour. Next is an option that will prove useful in tackling opponents with electronic aiming assistance: Cold-Blooded. This option will thwart any enemy over-reliant on their target finder, dual band, or MMS, in addition to keeping you invisible to player-controlled score streaks and sensor grenades. This can buy valuable time in long-range gunfights. You'll be more likely to remain unnoticed if you aren't illuminated bright yellow or marked by a red diamond. Our final perk selection rounds out our defensive set and ensures that your sights will be kept clear under enemy assault. Tactical Mask renders you all but immune to enemy flashbangs, concussions and shock charges, giving you the time you need to prepare yourself for an attack. A claymore in your lethal equipment slot forms a major part of this defense. With it, you can cover a doorway or entrance to your firing position while you focus your sights forward. The enemy's arrival will either award a free kill or serve at least some notice that they're about to crash your party. Similarly, a shock charge extends your ability to blindly guard a second avenue of attack, and while not lethal, can afford you enough time to repel the stunned attacker. We equip a secondary pistol to help in closer quarters, with their faster handling traits proving useful in faster-paced gunfights. The TAC-45 mirrors the SMR's two-shot power and is a worthy backup, able to repel multiple opponents quickly if you can swiftly double-tap a close-range target. In any case, it's nice to have a secondary to fall back on in cases where you need a reload, and any of the pistols will offer better close-range performance than your rifle. That's our build, a defensive set designed for a marksman's role, favouring accurately placed shots fired from a good position. This is where the SMR performs best. With slower handling traits, it's not necessarily wise to take an aggressive tack with the weapon. Instead, hang back and take the time to anticipate your enemy's movements, so that they might wander into your kill zone and succumb quickly to accurate fire. The SMR is the highest damage weapon within the assault rifle category, with similar traits to the FAL OSW, with enhanced damage at the cost of heavier recoil and a reduced magazine size. Within its intended marksman role, these downsides are not a major factor. With such consistent two-shot damage out to a considerable range, you can do more with 20 rounds than most automatic rifles will do with 30. Even the heavier recoil can be tamed with good fire control, and with a superb ability to pierce cover, you'll never be left wanting for stopping power with this rifle. However, to truly take advantage of this hard-hitting ability, you will need to mold your playstyle to the weapon. A more conservative approach is needed to ensure accuracy and to keep the slower handling traits from leaving you at a disadvantage. Ultimately, it is the slower semi-automatic fire, larger hipfire spread, and slower aim time and reload that will prove your downfall with this weapon. Faster firing, more nimble weapons will often have the advantage, despite your two-shot power. Still, as long as you position yourself well and prepare your defenses, the SMR remains versatile enough to cope with a wide variety of situations. So, if high power and marksman-grade precision arouse your interest, perhaps it's time to get a semi. Thanks for watching. This has been Xbox Ahoy. Join me next week when I'll be covering the Scorpion Evo. Until then, farewell.